Hello friends, I welcome you to our channel Ullas Kumar Gokhale for learning Internet of Things. Generally, we use two APIs, that is application program interface, for IoT communication. REST based communication API and the WebSocket based communication API. The REST based communication API is implemented using HTTP and the REST principles. And we have discussed this in the previous video. The WebSocket based communication API is bidirectional full duplex communication between client and servers. So this is the topic for today. Let us start with the agenda. So the agenda for today is first introduction, and then we'll discuss the exclusive pair model which is used by the WebSocket API. Then we'll discuss the actual WebSocket communication. Then after that we'll discuss how this exclusive pair model is used by the WebSocket APIs, then advantages of the WebSocket APIs, and lastly, we'll discuss the conclusion. So let us start with the introduction. WebSocket is a bidirectional, a full duplex protocol that is used in the same scenarios of client-server communication. So basically, we have to understand that WebSocket is bidirectional and a full duplex protocol. That means the communication will be in both sides, say from client to server and server to client. Then next, the WebSocket protocol defines the WebSocket and WebSocket Secure, WS and WSS. So these are the two inform resource identifier URI schemes. So it will be starting with WS colon slash slash or WSS colon slash slash. Unlike the HTTP, which starts with HTTP colon slash slash, WS colon slash slash, and WSS colon slash slash. This will be the starting for the WebSocket based API. Now, next, it is a stateful protocol, which means the connection between the client and server will keep alive until it is terminated by either party. That is, either the client or the server will give a request for termination of the protocol. So until that, the client and server, they will be connected. So that is why it is a stateful protocol. Then after closing the connection by either of the client and server, the connection is terminated from both the ends. WebSocket APIs allows bidirectional full duplex communication between clients and server. So this is the major advantage of WebSocket API. Then WebSocket APIs follow the exclusive pair communication model. So we have discussed the IoT communication model in the previous video. So out of that, we are using here exclusive pair communication model. Then let us see the details of this. The exclusive pair communication is a bidirectional fully duplex communication model that uses persistent connection between the client and server. So persistent connection, it means that the connection will be live until the communication is completed. That's why we call it as a persistent connection, or the protocol is called as the stateful protocol. So here some of the steps are given here. First, the client requests the server for the setup of the connection, as you can see in the diagram here. This is the request from the client to the server for setting up the connection. Then once this request is given by the client to the server, the client will respond, and as per the response, the connection will be established. Once the connection is established, then the client and server can send message. You can see here message from client and message from server. So the messages can be sent from each of the party. Then next, when the client sends a request to close the connection, so the server will respond by closing the connection. So you can see here, this is a connection close request from the client, and the server will close the connection with the response. So this is how the client and server will form an exclusive pair for the communication. Then let us go to the next. So here WebSocket communication will discuss. WebSocket communication begins with a connection setup request sent by the client to the server. As we have just seen, it is following the exclusive pair model. That's why first it will set the connection by a request. Then here the request is called as the WebSocket handshake. So it will be sent over the HTTP and the server interprets as an upgrade request. Now if the server supports WebSocket protocol, the server responds to the WebSocket handshake response. So this is why we call it as the upgrade request, because it is supported by HTML5. That's why we call it as the upgrade request. So once that is done, the WebSocket handshake response will be given, and after the connection is set up, the client and server can send data or messages to each other in a full duplex mode. So full duplex mode means here the client can send the message to the server and the server can send the message to the client at the same time. So that is the full duplex mode. Then here you can see how the exclusive pair model is used by the WebSocket API. So here we have the client and here we have the server. So first the client will send the request to the server for the setup of the WebSocket connection, and the server will respond to the client by accepting the request. So this is called as the initial handshake. So that will come over the HTTP. Then once this is done, then bidirectional communication will be there over the persistent WebSocket connection. So the data frame can be sent by the client to the server and from server to the client. So this is how the exchange of data will take place. After the data has been sent, the client will again request for the connection close, and the server will respond by closing the connection. So this part we call it as the closing connection. So in this way, the exclusive pair model will be used by the WebSocket API. The next advantages of WebSocket API. So here it will reduce the network traffic and latency, as there is no overhead for connection setup and termination request for each message, because the connection is already set up and then the data will be sent or the message will be sent. So that's why the latency means delay is not there, and the network traffic, as this is a single connection, there will be very there is no problem of network traffic. Then WebSocket suitable for IoT application that have low latency or high throughput requirements. So that is the advantage of using the WebSocket. So where we have the low latency and high throughput requirement, at that time we'll go for the WebSocket communication. Then next, WebSocket, the HTTP connection is upgraded using the standard HTTP upgrade mechanism, and the client and the server communicates over that same TCP connection for the life cycle of the WebSocket connection. That is, it is a persistent connection, and the total communication will be completed during this connection, single TCP connection. So hence we say that single TCP connection is required for the communication. So that is the advantage of WebSocket APIs. Then let us go to the conclusion. So WebSocket is a low level protocol. That is, here everything including the simple request response design pattern, how to create, update, delete resources, and status code, etc. are to be built on top of it. That is, nothing is predefined. So that's why we call it as a low level protocol. Whereas in REST based protocol, many things are defined there. Then WebSocket connection can scale vertically on a single server, whereas the HTTP can scale horizontal. That is the basic difference between the two. Then WebSocket is most suitable for IoT communication APIs for the IoT system. So with this, we come to the end of this video. If you have any questions, you can contact me on Facebook, Twitter, Gmail, or Instagram. If you like the video, press the like button, share with your friends, and subscribe to our channel Ullas Kumar Gokhale. And don't forget to press the bell icon, because I will be uploading new videos on the channel. The next video will be based on the Web Application Messaging Protocol, WAMP. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day.